Can you really build a property portfolio using other people's money? The answer is 100% yes. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at joint venture funding, and I'm going to share with you the 6 top questions to ask your private investors. My name's Liam Ryan. I've been involved with many millions of pounds of property deals. I've raised millions of pounds in joint venture funding. I love business, I love property, I love entrepreneurship. And if you're new to this channel, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. If you can give me a like, I would really appreciate that because it helps the algorithm. And feel free to leave me a question or comment below and I will personally come back to you. So let's get into this. Joint venture funding and the questions to ask. So what is a joint venture? A joint venture is a business arrangement in which 2 or more parties agree to pool their resources for the purpose of accomplishing a specific task. So let's have a look at why people will JV with you. Now, I don't know about you or where you're at, but maybe you were thinking or are thinking like I was thinking 5 years ago, who the hell's gonna give me cash? You know, I'd lost a renewable energy business. I was minus £392,000. My first time round in property, I was able to lose over £2 million in that property portfolio. I did everything you shouldn't do. I bought off-plan, new builds, glossy brochures. I got sold to by really hot, gorgeous estate agents on the Costa del Sol. I bought at the height of the market. I had no training. I had no mentoring. What a big mistake that was, not to have a mentor and not to be part of an academy that was going to help me go from where I am to where I wanted to go. This is why having support, help, mentoring is absolutely essential for your property business success. So I went into this 5 years ago thinking, I'm just not too sure. I'm just not too sure. You know, can I really do this? I had the monkey on the shoulder, but let's have a look at all of the reasons why someone is going to joint venture with you. You have now got the best education, and you can say to your investors, I've been trained. I understand what I'm doing. I'm part of a fantastic network, Assets for Life. You have got the system that people don't have and they don't understand. The Property Freedom Formula is the 7-step system that you're going to follow, you're going to implement, and that's going to enable you to get the property deals. You're also part of a winning team. That's a really big tick when it comes to investors. And I want to be clear now, investors are not looking for you to have lots of property deals. Investors aren't looking for you to be some big property guru. What investors are looking for is to know you, like you, trust you, and make sure that you've got the right support systems and processes in place. And ultimately, they're looking for you to have passion. They're looking for you to have enthusiasm. They want you to have the local knowledge, and you're going to get out there soon. You're going to know what's going on in Colchester or Birmingham or Chelmsford or Newcastle or wherever you're at in the UK. You are going to have the time. And I know lots of you are just starting 5 to 7 hours a week. Low interest rates. Another great reason why investors are going to invest with you, because you can get some great property deals. Terrible pensions, and the stock market is risky, not a good place to have the cash. It's exciting to JV with you. You've got the winning deals, and ultimately investors are going to invest in you because it's you. You've got to take the investors on a journey. They need to know you, like you, and trust you. And I can guarantee you, when you get that first or next investor over the line, your confidence is going to skyrocket. And then what's really important is that you service that investor. You do exactly what you said you're going to do. You build that relationship. So when the investor comes to the end of their term, guess what they're going to do? They're going to invest with you again. We currently have £6 million in the pot at the moment, and we just keep recycling this £6 million and then we keep adding to it. Just last weekend, one of my investors reinvested into his third year £227,000. That was the value at the end of year 2. He's gone in for year 3, £227,000. Now, another good question to ask yourself and to understand is, why do you actually want to do the JVs? Okay. Now, I don't know about you or where you're at, but maybe you are in a similar position to where I was 5 years ago. When I started this process, I didn't have access to a big pot of cash. I was actually on my backside. I am so pleased, like I cannot tell you enough, right? I am so pleased that I was at this event. I was at the back of the room and I invested £25,000, not just into a property course, but I actually invested into a property mentor and into an academy. That has been the one thing that I have done that has really guaranteed my success over the last 5 years, and you can be doing the same. So in the beginning, guys, the only way that Liam here from Essex was ever going to build a property business was by using joint venture finance. So let's have a look. Number 1, you have no money to invest. And if your back is against it right now and you are not in the best financial position, I'm here to tell you this is not get rich. Okay, this is not hit a button and you're going to become a millionaire. That doesn't exist. But I am here to tell you that when you go through my training, if you can also get a place on our academy, our hand-holding mentoring program, and you throw yourself into this, even if it's just part-time, I can promise you, if you do what I tell you, you will go and raise money. Okay, you will go and raise the money. You've got to be brave, you've got to be confident, you just got to follow through with what I'm asking you to do. You're going to start doing no money down deals. And what I mean by no money down deals is you are going to use none of your own money. That's really scalable, because it doesn't matter who you are and how rich you are. We're all going to run out of money at some point if we tie it up in property deals. Even Alan Sugar, you know, he invests in billions of pounds worth of property. Joint venture funding. He goes and finds investors. You get to work as part of a team. You can scale much quicker. You get an endless supply of cash. It reduces your risk. You get to help change people's lives. Infinite return for you. I don't know about you, but I would much prefer 50% of something than 100% of nothing. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah? Yeah. I'm not greedy. Share the love, share the workload, share the pots. I would much prefer to have multiple deals going on where I get a bit from this, a bit from this, a bit from this, less work, multiple deals using none of my own money. That's how you start to earn more cash. And ultimately, it is fun to do JVs. I spend a lot of time with my JV partners, you know, go-karting, clay pigeon shooting, hanging out, nice dinners, spa days, trips into London. You know, it's a lot of fun. And one of the best tips I've got for you is find some common ground with an investor. Now, I don't particularly like golf. I'm absolutely useless at golf. But I have gone to Topgolf in Chigwell a couple of times with potential investors. Like, I will go and do what my investors like to do. And the sooner you can find some common ground with an investor, the sooner you've got a connection. Once you've got that connection, they are more likely to invest in you because that's how they know, like, and trust you. Now, 6 top questions to ask your JV partner. Number 1, tell me what you're looking for in a JV partner. Number 2, explain what you would like to achieve in the next 1, 3, 5, 10 years. Like, get your investors thinking outside the box. Get them tapping into where they are now, but more importantly, where do they want to be? Get them future pacing into what their life's going to look like. Most people don't even have the chance to even think about this. Why? Because they're in the grind of society. They're trying to pay the bills. They're trying to keep the wife, the husbands, the kids happy. The dogs get sick. They're down at the vets, trying to pay for holidays. Really get your investors to think outside the box here and think, look, as an investor, where would you like to be? Number 3, describe to me what success means to you. Success means something different for many, many, many people. Success looks and feels very different for many, many, many people. You want to find out what that is. Next question. Tell me what returns you'd be looking for. Yeah, find out. I know for sure, right? I know that I've given away 10, 12% fixed rate return before. They would have been happy with 6%. But I get a bit excited about this stuff. Sometimes I go in a bit feet first. Sometimes remove yourself, sit back, find out what the investor's looking for. Because ultimately they are losing money in the bank. They're losing money in the bank. So even if you can offer them 6%, not only do they not lose the 3% in the bank, but then they get the 6% with you. Explain what credibility means to you. And this is a really important question, the killer question. Describe what is most important to you and a joint venture partner. Always come from a place of service and wanting to help others. This is what I call, guys, fact finding and information gathering. So I'm going to talk you through a whole process in the next few videos on how to find the investors, on what to say and how to say it, right? How to approach these deals. But these are 6 really important questions that I drop in through the conversation. Like, you wouldn't sit Dave down, your mate, and go, right, Dave, yeah, this has been a great meeting. And you know what? I've got 6 killer questions to ask you. Like, you don't do that. You just drop these in conversation. They don't even know what you are doing. And what you are doing is getting as much information about the investor as possible, where they are now, where they're going in the future, what are they looking to achieve, what floats their boat, what are they scared of. So then you can give them the very thing that they are after. You give them the solution. You give them the solution. That's really, really, really important. And when I go and have a coffee with an investor, for example, by the end of that coffee, I know what football team they support, I know what they like to do in the evening, what their favorite film is, and I'll talk to you more about that. But I wanted to share these 6 questions with you. This has definitely helped me. It will definitely help you, and it gets everything flowing nicely in a solid conversation where you can start thinking, right, where should I take the investor now? Do I take them down a portfolio builder? Do I take them down the savings accelerator route? Because if you give your investor 4 options, they won't choose any because it's too complicated for them. So what we have to do as the professional investor is we need to guide the investor down a certain path based on the information they're telling us and what we truly believe is the best thing for the investor at that time to help them, where you can start a long-lasting relationship. So you are now armed with the facts. You know exactly what to do with joint venture funding and exactly what questions to ask. The question is, are you now going to get out there and do it? It's really important to get the right training. It's really important to hang out with the right people. So see my resource section below, grab yourself some amazing bonuses and stay tuned for more of my videos. And I look forward to hanging out with you, hopefully in person, very, very soon.